Okay, hello guys. I thought I'd set this up that you could see the thickness of the paint because it's really important, and lately I haven't really, explained it that much, but this is exactly how it should look like. Now, what's important is that you put the stick, fill up the stick, and then you see it come off the stick like that. I'll get it in a little closer. There it goes. See that? Now that is exactly how the paint should be, because it's so important, because otherwise you might not get cells. See that? How it streams off there like warm honey. Now, I'm sure that sometimes you'll think that you're exactly there, but you have to really stir it up. Take your time to do this. Put some music on, use a tablet, put a program on that you like watching, but stirring this up a lot is really important. And it shouldn't come off in little chunks. Sometimes when you're almost there, it comes off like little chunks, and it's important not to have that happen. So as you can see, totally stream like really warm honey coming off a spoon. See that? That is exactly how it should be, and every color should be like that. If you don't have it, then keep on mixing until it comes off the stick exactly like this. This is the way it should look. And every single color you mix up, it should have the same consistency. And the more they are all alike, and even if you see like a little bump there, take it off. You can do it right now so you don't get it in your paint. There it is. I just want to really stress how important this is. And even your metallics, when you're ready, you got it all smooth. See that? Even the metallic does that. Metallic will look a little bit different, but it has to come off like warm honey. That's what I always say. Warm honey is the thing. Just one more time. Now if you print this into your mind while you're making your paint, you'll be good to go. This is it. Okay guys, now I'll put the this up and I'll do the pour. Okay, we're set up to do this. This is the one I'm gonna recreate. This one I did yesterday. As you can see, even this turned out better once dry, because the little dark veins popped up and I kind of like that. So this one's almost dry. You can see I can put my hand on it, but it still has to cure. So I'll put that aside and let it cure. But I've mixed up the same colors, only a little bit more intense. And I'm going to add burnt sienna to it, this one, because I really like the veins that are popping up to give it a little contrast. So that's what we're going to do. So let me put this one away and I'll explain the colors. Now, it's all Winsor & Newton, and this is a beautiful color. It's called Pale Terracotta. It's opaque, and the number is 437. So if you write them down, you'll be able to do the same. What I use this for is for the Salem color, this color. What I do is put in Pale Terracotta. I put in, this is half transparent, and the number is 090, and it's cadmium orange hue. So I put these two together, and then I add titanium white, because this one's opaque, this one's half transparent, and by adding the titanium, you get this beautiful color. So that are those two. Then for the background, for the cream color, what you can do is you can use titanium buff, that is this, this buff titanium. But if you want it a little more warmer, you go for this one, Naples Yellow. As you can see, this one is just a little bit more warmer in color than this one. So this is opaque and the number is 422, Naples Yellow. You can mix them together if you like, if you have both colors. You know, it's just so you don't run out of one color faster than the other. This one is also opaque. The color number is 060. Then I use cerulean blue. Yes, it's opaque. The color is 138. And I put, of course, I mix it with titanium white. Then I have this is a really beautiful color. It's burnt sienna, but you got to watch out. You have it in opaque and in transparent. This one's the transparent one, and the number is 074. And I mix that with a little bit of mixing white. Now mixing white is semi-transparent. Its number is 415. And that brings us to why we use two sorts of white. Now this one, titanium, is totally opaque and the color number is 644, and this is mixing white, that's semi-transparent, and that's 415. Now if you have a color that is transparent or semi-transparent and you want to lighten it up but you want to keep the transparency, then you use mixing white, as it says. And if you have something that's opaque, you use this one, the opaque color, titanium white. And that's all there is to it. That's how you use those two whites. And of course there'll be a lot of other things that you can do, but that's why I choose the one or the other. There's really no other reason that I do that. So I'm going to clean up these bottles right now, and then we're going to go and pour the pretty big one. It's I'll measure it in a bit because I got a ruler with inches at the moment, so I'll measure it up before I pour. I'll be right back. Okay guys, let's do this. I'm really waiting for the DHL guy to come and give me my resin, but I'll just do this, and if he comes at the door I can always put it on stop the video. Oops, this is a little lopsided. I can always stop the video and then, you know, make sure that that's better, isn't it? That's really weird that it does that. Okay, that's better. Okay, so what I have here is a, let's see, a 13 by 16 inch canvas. So I'll have to mix more than I'm used to, and to do that I have a bigger cup. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna, ooh, almost forgot to add the silicone. Let's not do that because that'll spoil the whole thing. So I'm gonna add, well, a little bit more than I'm used to because these cups are pretty full. And I will be I will have a lot left over, but I'll do that tomorrow. I'll do a smaller one. I'll put some lids on it. Okay, that's enough stirring. Sometimes you don't want to stir too much because that'll make them the cells really small. But we'll see what we get. That's the sienna. I can still see the silicone in that one, so I'll have to stir that one again. Okie dokie. Okay, that's good. And the metallic. The metallic I'm using is Reeves metallic. It's bronze and copper, and I put them together to give me this beautiful, brownish rusty color. But you can use any metallics you like, no problem at all. So let's go. We pour this in. I'm gonna layer it this time, so I'm not gonna really be pouring it from up high, as you can see, just layering it in, and we'll see what we get. Maybe at the end I'll put something straight through it. But layering is just, you know, making sure the paint doesn't fall straight through, that it just pours on top of each other. I think I might have enough, but I need some more blue. A little bit more on that side. And of course we want some more blue. Okay, let's do that from up high. And then of course the metallic. The metallic goes straight down the middle. That is more than a cup full, so I'm hoping that I have enough. And otherwise I'll have to just do a double pour. Okie dokie, we'll put it on top, turn it around, let it come down a little bit, but not too long. You don't want to let that paint rest too long in the cup, because then all the silicone will rise to the top, and you don't really want that to happen. Now that is kind of pretty all by itself, and I'm looking for my metallics, but they sort of left the building like usual. So I'm gonna give it a little swirl, just a little, and then I'm gonna torch it. Okay, we've got a lot of stuff going on here. That is a lot of cells. And this is awesome. This is the cellum straight over the top. So now we're gonna slowly move this whole thing. And the only thing that I don't like is that I don't have much of the burnt sienna popping through. So I might even do a ribbon or something on top of it. But as you can see, the cells are getting huge. I'm letting it come down here and then over there, just to broaden them up a little. And we're getting those nice and fluffy cells again. That is kind of pretty. This on, making sure it goes over the side and cover the corners, but it absolutely needs something more, because let me get some blue. There it is. Oops, missed the whole spot there. I gotta get some of this blue. This is all done. Turning it around. There it goes. Okay. But as you can see, it's a little blah blah. So what I want to do, I really want it to be really interesting. So let's see what we can do to make it interesting, because I don't like it like this. So I'm getting one of my little cups. I asked the person who sent me these, she said she got them off eBay. Or no, not eBay, Amazon. So maybe you can search for flexible measuring cup, something like that. I'm going to try and get some of that metallic in there. Not more blue. We don't want any more blue. We got a lot of blue. That's that. We want to have something with a little contrast. And I do have to stir it just once. Okay, let's see, guys. That sort of looks cool. That makes it just a little bit more interesting. And I'm hoping that we get some big cells. And we did. That's beautiful. Now I am going to move it a little more. And we're going to stop right there. Now that is interesting. I like that. Wow, look at those cells. And maybe I want a little one. Just to bring the whole thing together. Whoops. Just keep your cool. That isn't really bubbling up much. Putting in a little bit more of the bronze. And we're going to give it a little stir again. Maybe a tiny bit of blue. Okay, let's do this again. Now let's see what we got. That's it. Whoops, a little bit here. Okay, this is it. I'm gonna stop, turn it around a little bit. This is beautiful. I love these colors. Only thing I have, I put my finger on the corner here, so I'll have to fix that. There it is. Fixed it right up. That's nice. Wow, look at those cells here. This is beautiful. Looks like something like an animal. And here the blue is popping through, so that is beautiful. And I like the way this goes all wispy. I like that. So I think I'm satisfied with how it worked. And we'll give it a little bit to dry. This is awesome. Wow. Okay. Now it isn't finished yet, but this is something totally different than yesterday, because yesterday it was more, you know, light colored, and this time I made the blue a little more intense. But when this is dry, I'm going to come in with the metallic stuff, and I'm going to do something to it. I'm just not sure what. I'm pretty done with the dots. Dots are fine, but I'll show you what I did yesterday. Let me take off my gloves for a bit. I don't even know where I set it to dry. Oh, there it is. Now, yesterday I put a lot of dots on this one. Look at that. That is kind of cool, you know, if you've never done it before. These are sort of metallic dots. Once I varnish them, they'll come to life. And I think it goes with the whole thing, because I pulled all those paint streams with the comb. So what I like about it is that it has the dots on the sides, but it also has the dots going through the pour. And once I've really varnished it, it'll look cute. I'm pretty happy with how it looks. Sometimes you just want something different. So as you can see, It's kind of a fun piece, right? Okay, guys. Now, okay, I'll put this one away. I'll let it dry, and when it's dry, we're gonna do something to it. I'm not sure what. I'm thinking about putting a piece of a wool into the paint, the metallic paint, and just pull it right over, and do that a lot of times just to sort of, you know, pull it all together. I've never done that before, but you know, you have to keep experimenting when you're doing art. So I'll show you that when I do it. And I might just varnish it first, because if you varnish it first, then you do something on top of it and you don't like it, you can always wipe it off. So that might be a good thing to do. So I'd like to thank you all for watching. I'll give you one little close-up of these awesome cells. They are really awesome. Thanks all for watching, guys, and I'll see you back tomorrow. Liebe euch alle, love you all to pieces. Hou voor jullie allemaal. See you later.